Hello and welcome to Wisdom and Productivity, the podcast of Dr. Efraín Martinez. I am a principal in search of wisdom, and I have found productivity to be a great tool for success. Today's title is Bringing Chick-fil-A's Customer Service Philosophy to School Leadership. Hello and happy Sunday. I hope that you are having a fantastic weekend with your loved ones. I personally had a fantastic weekend myself. I just came out. We went to eat some yummy lunch together as a family. Our times together are always very meaningful, and they really, my family is the joy of my life. So I am so blessed to be here with you. Give it a like, reshare it, share it, do anything that you want, spread the voice. Anything that you do helps this show become what it is. It is a show to share with you about the wisdom and the productivity of anything that is around school leadership. It is a pleasure again to be here with you. Let's dive right into what the show is today. So, we are diving into the innovative approach to school leadership. We'll explore how school principals can adapt Chick-fil-A's renowned customer service philosophy to create a more engaging and supportive educational environment. So, if you are a school leader or wanted to be one, looking to enhance your leadership skills, you're in for a treat. So before I continue, let me make a pause and specify the following. I am not endorsing anyone. I don't want you to go to Chick-fil-A. When I talk about something that influences, we cannot be so, like in Spanish we say, papista, más papistas que el papa. Meaning that if you pick one little thing about something, it becomes that you are a full supporter. So yes, I know Chick-fil-A has done things that we don't like, but organizations do. There's no one organization that is perfect. There's no one place that you can go that is absolute free of sin. We all make mistakes. And if there's one thing, for example, from LBJ, when I did that show on when he was the principal of a school serving Mexican Americans, regardless of all the mistakes that he did as a as a president, he did that one thing. And that's why we did a show on that and how that influences the work of a school principal and or school leader. So remember, I'm not endorsing Chick-fil-A. If you never go to Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A is not paying me a cent. But I noticed something that they do very well, and that is customer service. So let's look at their philosophy on what sets it apart. Their commitment to the second mile service is a cornerstone of their success. This means going above and beyond to create exceptional experiences for customers. Now, how can school principals adopt this philosophy? Just like Chick-fil-A's employees build personal connections with customers, principals can foster stronger relationships within their community. This involves actively listening to students, teachers, parents, and staff, understanding their needs, and addressing concerns promptly. By valuing the people within the school, principals can create a more welcoming environment. So, what does this mean? I remember passing by the hallways and say, "Hi, how are you? Good, good, fine. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine." And just asking to do that check mark. Oh, I say hi, I smile, but you need to do this in a way that is actively engaging with the people. And if you don't have time to a chit chat, you can say something like, "Hi, so nice to see you. How are you doing?" Instead of like stopping and asking in a way that doesn't really mean much. Because believe me, people will notice when you are just asking something like how's the weather, like Squidward in a SpongeBob episode. Like You have to ensure that you actively listen when people are telling you an issue, especially if you're a school leader. It's because they're truly bothered by it or they're impacted by it. And you actively listening, putting yourself in the shoes of the other person, even if you don't have the solution, because often, for example, your teachers are going to tell you problems or your parents are going to tell you complaints, that there's nothing much that you can do as a principal, but you can actively engage in the conversation. You can put yourself, you can empathize with the person, let them know how uncomfortable they must feel because you are feeling it too. And like Dale Carnegie says, doing it sincerely. This is definitely the extra mile that we're talking about. Chick-fil-A are known for their cheerful and positive atmosphere. Similarly, school leaders can shape the school's culture by promoting positivity, respect, and inclusivity. This can involve recognizing and celebrating achievements and encouraging teamwork and a sense of belonging among students and staff. So, listen, like Todd Whitaker says, when the principal sneezes, the school catches a flu. Or when the teacher sneezes, the students catch a flu. It is so important that you bring an atmosphere of positivity. You want to be smiling, engaging with people, exciting, encouraging, high-fiving. You're supposed to bring that ambience of people wanting to feel comfortable, people wanting to take risks and not being afraid of making mistakes. It's all about you as the school leader, as the teacher in the classroom, as the coach supporting the teachers. You are supposed to be in a positive environment, and when you smile, you make the other person seeing you that everything is going to be all right. So for going extra mile, Chick-fil-A is famous for going the second mile service, which means exceeding the expectations. So there's a quote that in the Bible that talks about one of the how can I say, one of the Jews being asked by one of the Romans to carry their bags, and by the law they were supposed to do this at least a mile. And this particular Jew, instead of walking 1 mile, he does the second mile. And he tells the person he's walking with to do the same, because he has been taught that you have to love your enemies. So this is a great example of exceeding the expectations, not just doing one thing, but doing two. Principals can do this by offering additional support to struggling students, providing professional development opportunities for teachers, and engaging parents in the educational journey. Just like Chick-fil-A surprise customers with extra gestures, principals can surprise the school community with thoughtful initiatives. One example of this is the weekly shout out. So, all principals at the end of the week, some of them at the beginning, I recommend you send your newsletter on Fridays, because this provides the teacher and your team an opportunity to read it on Friday or Saturday or Sunday. But when you send it on Sunday, you force the teacher to either read it on Sunday or on Monday morning. And if information is power and the teacher has not read your newsletter, then all those announcements are useless. So when you send your newsletters on Fridays, add a section called the shoutouts. And this is how it works. On Mondays, you send a email to your teachers that say something like, make someone smile. And in the body of the email requesting their shout out, you say something like, we all work together. At the end of the week, we are hard. And this is an opportunity opportunity for you to recognize someone who has supported you, helped you, made you feel better this week. And you will see that by Friday, you will have tons of shout outs, because if there's one thing educators are doing all the time, are supporting each other, dándonos la mano. And people are always, I shout out so and so who helped me with this, or helped me with that, or supported me with this, or covered me with that. And when people read your newsletter with all the announcements and the dates and the due dates, they might see their name and they might smile. They might begin that weekend saying, wow, so and so thought about me. So and so was grateful. And this is an opportunity for them to be grateful themselves. And this is something that can make a real difference in your school. Chick-fil-A invests in training its employees extensively. Principals can adopt this by providing continuous professional development for teachers and staff. This not only improves their skills, but also shows that the school is committed to growth and excellence. So, let me tell you, donde se bate el cobre es en las juntas con los maestros. Where the real business happens is in the grade level meetings. So you must be present, not as the lead. You're just as another member of that group, providing your idea, voting when it's necessary, and acknowledging the flaws, the things that are needed. So that can inform your practice of providing professional development or bringing outside sources that can provide teachers the training that they need to be the best version of themselves. So again, do not miss an opportunity to be present during the meetings, because if you are not going to find out what is going on, and it keeps accumulating week after week after week. And then at the end of the year, you ask yourself, what went wrong? And it was right there in your face, but you were not just present. Chick-fil-A is known for its exceptional customer service, even in challenging situations. Principals can learn from this by maintaining composure during difficult times, communicating transparently, and finding solutions collaboratively. This builds trust and shows strong leadership. So it is so important to know, like, that you don't know anything, that you are the anesthesiologist to the surgeon. The teacher is the expert in your school. So in order to be innovative, in order to bring what the school needs, you need to consult with your people. You need to ask them. You need to, when you make a decision, ask different people. Be aware of what the policy says. Be aware of the opinions of your teachers, the pros and cons of anything, the glows and grows, and you will be able to make better decisions, and people are going to feel that they have been listened to, even if they disagree with your decision. And there you have it. How school principals can adapt Chick-fil-A's customer service philosophy to the leadership approach. School leaders can make a difference in their educational community by focusing on building relationships, fostering positivity, going the extra mile, embracing adaptability, investing in training, and handling challenges gracefully. It is so important that you give yourself grace. Remember, it's not just about managing a school, it's about creating an environment where students, teachers, and staff thrive. Thank you so much for tuning in into Wisdom and Productivity. This is Efraín Martinez, your host. I see you during the next episode. Peace and calm.
Thank you for listening to Wisdom and Productivity, the podcast of Dr. Efrain Martinez.
Chulo.
And I love that production. Chill out.